Hi guys, my name is Noel and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please kindly subscribe to my channel and do not forget to smash the like button, and of course do share this video as well. You can reach me via my Instagram at inspired_Noel, and I'm on Twitter at DestinyRealize. So the idea for this channel is to help you have access to important information on how you can study abroad, especially in the European Union, at a very affordable tuition fees. I'm sorry I've not been online. I've not uploaded video recently. I've been extremely busy during this summer break, and then I'm gonna make that up to you guys, okay? So I got a lot of messages, questions on my YouTube channel, and I've been trying to respond to them since yesterday. So if I have not replied to your questions on my channel, please, I sincerely apologize for that, and I'm gonna reply to all of them very, very shortly, okay? I have been extremely busy this recent time. So what I want to do today is to respond to some of the most frequently asked questions on my channel. I'm gonna start making a lot of videos because right now, towards the end of this year, admission will start again in some universities against 2025 intake, and University of Luxembourg will start admission again for non-EU applicants from February next year. So in we're in September, October, November, December, January, less than 5 months, it will start again. So this is the best time for you to start preparing for next year admission process. So I'm going to respond to some of the questions that people have asked, my wonderful subscribers have asked in recent time on my channel. But before I go into that, I want to make a very quick comment. So somebody made a comment on my channel. Apparently the person, he or she, was frustrated about the difficulties in getting an appointment at the Czech embassy in Nigeria. I think the person wanted to come to Prague for his or her studies. And the person, out of frustration, I understand that, it's challenging sometimes to get an appointment at the Czech embassy in Nigeria. And this person was trying to pour out his frustration. He used to have frustration. I don't know if it's a male or female. And the person was saying, oh, it's a waste of time to apply for the school to study in this country. And I've been trying to get an appointment for since a couple of months now, and I have not gotten a slot appointment opportunity at the Czech embassy in Abuja. And the person was trying to discourage people who wants to apply to study in that country. And I think this is not something that I want to see on my channel. I understand the difficulties in getting an appointment at the Czech embassy in Nigeria. They have monthly spaces, sometimes 10, 15, 20, depends on the month. So they publish this number of people they want to interview every month. Yes, it is challenging. Yes, it can be frustrating. I get that. But for the fact that you did not succeed at this time in trying to get an appointment does not mean that people are not going to succeed. And don't you use your personal experience to discourage others who wants to pursue the same thing you're pursuing. Because if you have succeeded, you would have said that. You have to understand that every country has their own immigration policies. They have a way of trying to control the number of people they let into their country. And this is the reality of life. If they allow everyone to apply every single month, you're going to be seeing thousands of people crowding their embassies, and it will be out of control. So this is their own way to make sure that they screen the best people to come into their country to study. And don't forget that you are coming to Czech Republic where you're going to pay low tuition fees. So, and you're gonna pay as little as 450 euros per year, in some of the master's program. And if you want to go to the UK to study master's degree program, you're gonna pay at least 15,000 pounds, depending on top of course you're applying for. So, but not everyone can afford to study in the UK. I studied in the UK and I know what I'm talking about. Of course, you might not have the challenges of getting an appointment for the UK visa process, but can you pay 16,000 pounds a year? If you can pay that, then you go there. Now, in the Czech Republic, you have one of the lowest tuition fees in Europe. And the challenge is in their own system is that you have to, keep trying to get an appointment. This is reality. You have to do that. Otherwise, you have to go where you're not going to struggle to get an appointment, and you have to pay high tuition fees. If you want to study in the US, you have to pay thousands of dollars. And even in some country, you can spend 1 year without getting an appointment opportunity. It's not just in Czech Republic. So don't use one experience to stop pursuing your goals. Every country has their own policies, rules and regulations, and every country has the ups and downs. Some things are good in this direction, some are not so good in this direction. Some things are more challenging than others, and some things are not more challenging than others. So all you have to do is to look at the scenario, look at the situations, look at the countries and immigration policies, and which one do you think you are in the best position to have more chances to succeed. Remember, success is not a tea party. You have to fight for it. I was walking across Prague recently, and somebody tapped me at the back, and the person called me the human investor, and I turned back, and I couldn't recognize the face. Apparently, he was one of the guys that was asking me questions on my channel about coming to Czech Republic to study, but I didn't recognize the face anymore. And the guy is not in Prague, and he's from Nigeria. The same place somebody was complaining about getting an appointment, somebody from the same Nigeria is already in Prague, in the same country. I think I saw him somewhere around May, June, during the summertime. He's here, he's in Prague, right? So while you are busy complaining about your frustration, which I understand is difficult sometimes, but life is not easy. Somebody else was following the process and got an appointment eventually, got his visa, and now in Prague studying. The reason why I opened this channel is not for the sake of YouTube. It's because I have experienced what it feels like to study in a country where you have to pay high tuition fees. But at the same time, I've also studied at the University of Luxembourg, where you have to pay very low tuition fees. So that desire to help you people to know that you don't have to break the bank to study abroad, that is why I created my channel. And every video I make, I have that mindset that is going to help somebody somewhere to have the right information that will help them to make an informed decision. And even if it's just one person that benefited from one of my videos, and that person was able to follow it through and achieve his or her goals, I am satisfied. I am fulfilled, because that one person can touch one person's life and the cycle continues. So that means if I have 100 videos and it can affect 100 lives, I am satisfied, I am fulfilled. That's what drives me in making this video. I'm not just an ordinary kind of YouTuber. I'm doing this with a purpose, with a vision and sense of focus. So don't be dismayed. Don't be discouraged if you are facing challenges with appointment, with visa processes. Every country have their own challenges. You have to think about what is your goal. What do you want? What is your vision in life? And then fight for it consistently. Success is not a tea party. You have to fight for it. And if you can persevere, if you can consistently pursue your goal in no distant time, you achieve that. So don't give up, keep going. Remember, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Now let's go back to frequently asked questions. Somebody asked me about the recognition of high school certificate for bachelor's degree program. I've explained this repeatedly, and I've made a video about the recognition of your high school certificate for bachelor's degree application at the University of Luxembourg. Here is the fundamental that I want you guys to understand. The University of Luxembourg, if you want to pursue a bachelor's degree program in Luxembourg and at the University of Luxembourg, there is something fundamental that you must do. This is a mandatory requirement. Okay? Mandatory requirement. And that means that you have to, first of all, apply for the recognition of your high school certificate. First, you have to do this before you can even complete the online application. This is a compulsion. This is something that you have to do. And when you do that, then the Ministry of Education in Luxembourg will give you what is called a certificate of equivalency. And then when you are making your online application at the University of Luxembourg portal, you have to upload that certificate of equivalency to show that your high school certificate from your country of origin has been recognized in Luxembourg. And one of the bottlenecks in this process that you have is that you have to have evidence of either French or German or Luxembourgish language proficiency. This is one of the requirements for you to fully apply for the recognition of your high school certificate. You must show evidence of either French, German, or Luxembourgish language proficiency. This is the law. This is the standard. So when you are making your application, first of all, try to read the process, understand what it entails before you can start your application process. Somebody asked me chances of getting the recognition as a NECO certificate holder. How long does it take to get a decision after applying for the recognition? I think NECO is like kind of a high school certificate by Nigerian educational system. WAEC is more of West African countries coming together to provide that. Well, you have to find out if some countries, some schools accept NECO, some don't. So you have to email the University of Luxembourg and also the Luxembourg Ministry of Education to inquire if your NECO will be accepted for the bachelor's degree application and for recognition. But don't forget also, regardless of which certificate you're going to use, you must first of all apply for the recognition of your high school degree certificate within the Luxembourg Ministry of Education. Somebody asked this: has the University of Luxembourg started offering Bachelor of Nursing for students directly from high school? Yes, the University of Luxembourg have already started bachelor's degree in nursing, but there's a caveat there. You need to have evidence of French, German, and English proficiency. Unfortunately, you need to show that you have competency in French, German, and English. And now they have bachelors in nursing sciences in different specialties. For example, they have psychiatric nurse, and this will cost you 200 euros per semester. And the application for non-EU nationals will commence February to April, which is the standard period for non-EU applications. All right. They also have specialty in medical technical assistant nurse. Okay, and again, you need to have proficiency in French, German, and English. There's also specialty in nurse in anesthesia and resuscitation, nurse in anesthesia and resuscitation. Again, proficiency in French, German, and English is required. There's also a specialty in pediatric nurse. And again, you need to provide evidence of proficiency in French, German, and English. And the tuition fees are for these specialties are 200 euros per semester. This is very, very cheap. Okay, but again, you have to meet the conditions for that. There's also general nurse in general care. This will cost you 400 euros per semester for semester 1 and 2, which means your first year. Then from semester 3 to 6, which means from second year to third year, you'll be paying 200 euros per semester. Again, teaching languages are French, German, and English. Application time, like other specialties, is from February to April at the University of Luxembourg. Again, you need to provide evidence of this language proficiency in each of these teaching languages. This is the criteria for you to study nursing at the University of Luxembourg. Okay? Now somebody asked me if WAEC is accepted, was accepted at the University of Luxembourg for undergraduate studies. Yes, a WAEC certificate is accepted, but remember, I said earlier on, you have to apply firstly for the recognition of your high school certificates. This is a mandatory requirement if you want to apply for a bachelor's degree program at the University of Luxembourg. Somebody asked me, can we travel with our family? Yes, you are allowed to bring your family members. However, if you are, I read somewhere that if you are going for research-based program like PhD, or you are an employee of the University of Luxembourg based on research, I think you can also apply for your family members' visa or permit at the same time as yours. However, I don't have the facts if you are going for bachelor's or master's, if you have to apply for family members at the same time as yours. But also logically, it doesn't seem to be rational to me that if you are going for bachelor's or master's, you want to carry all your family members in one go. Your primary objective is to go and study and not to relocate with your families. It makes sense logically that if you're going for bachelor's or master's, you travel to the country first and continue your studies. Then after some time, when you must have settled, then you can plan to bring your family members. Don't forget, you have to provide evidence of financial coverage for all of them, including insurance, housing, and accommodation. And that requires a lot of financial responsibility. So it makes sense for you to travel first. And then when you settle down, you can then plan to bring your family members. When you must have gotten enough information, enough experience on how the process works, then you can bring your family members. Someone asked me, I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, but I want to pursue another bachelor's degree in computer science at the University of Luxembourg. Is there a likelihood of getting an admission? Now, I would advise you to go for programs that are related to your first degree. The University of Luxembourg is very particular with the relationship between your previous studies and the program you intend to study. So, to increase your chances, always stick to the program that is related to your first degree. So, ideally, I would advise you to go for a master's in accountancy or related courses. Then you can do a lot of online programs in computer science if you so much love computer or IT. There's a lot of online programs in EDX and Coursera. You can do a lot of certified programs at the same time. But for you to increase your chances to study at the University of Luxembourg and to live in Luxembourg, I would advise you to find a course that is related to accounting, because that will boost your chances more. And with your first, that will boost your chances of getting admitted among other requirements. And somebody asked me here, hi Noel, please, I have a BSc in accounting. I graduated with a first class honors. Congratulations, that's a top-notch achievement. You are smart. Can I use this to apply for the BSc in computer science? Again, You have a nice degree certificate in accounting, right, with a first class. So naturally, I would advise you to go for masters in similar field so that you have more chances of getting admitted at the University of Luxembourg, because the University of Luxembourg is very particular. I cannot overemphasize this. They're very, very specific with the relationship between your previous degree and the one you intend to study currently. So make sure they are related. And if you want to go into computer science, there's a lot of other ways you can do that. Online programs, online certification, whatever you can do to enhance your skills in that direction. But with respect to the University of Luxembourg, in this specific instance, my advice would be go for the course that is related to your first degree, which is accounting. And finally, somebody wrote here, "Hello sir, I received a recommendation letter in 2021 from my professor. Can I use the same recommendation letter when applying next year?" Come on, how can you use an almost a 4 years old recommendation letter for 2025 application? That's 4 years gap. Maybe the professor must have changed his email or address, or may have a different opinion. It may have a different opinion about you. What he or she thinks about you 4 years ago might have changed. So my golden rule is that don't use any document that is more than 6 months old. Okay, so for 2025, unfortunately, I would advise you to request for a fresh recommendation letter from your professor, and then let them write a new one, a new date, and give you. Okay, don't use a 4 years old recommendation letter to apply for admission 2025. The gap is too much. So guys, this is some of the questions that I wanted to react to. I hope that this will help you to have some insight on some of the topical issues that may be bothering you about studying at the University of Luxembourg. And of course, this can be applied to other things as well. So feel free to drop your questions below the comment section, and I'm going to reply to your questions as soon as I see them. And I'm back. I've been so busy during the summer, since from July, August. I've not been around. I've traveled, a lot of conferences, stuff like that, and then I also went for a holiday. So I just came back recently. So I'm gonna keep, putting nice videos for you guys, because now we're getting close to another admission cycle. So I'll be very active. So guys, feel free to ask your questions, okay? And don't forget, you have the power. You have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Success is not a tea party. Life is not easy. Regardless of the challenges you are facing, difficulties, if you are convinced about your goals in life, if you understand the essence of your existence and why you are here, if you are very clear and decisive about your intentions, about what you want for yourself, then you're not going to let disappointments to stop you from pursuing your goals. Consistency is key to success. Once you are sure of the path you are following, once you are convinced about your path in life, then be stubborn with your goals. Be stubborn with your goals. Don't let go. Keep going. Hang on there. Hang in there. And I promise you, in no distant time, you achieve your goals. Remember, if you believe you can, then you can. Again, we have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Thank you for watching. I am the One Investor. Subscribe, share, and ask your questions. Thank you guys, and see you soon. Catch ya.